Hey folks, welcome. Here we discuss real stories by real people. Today we have the story of a man whose wife left him for her abusive boyfriend. Let's see how it goes. Story 1. Here's the backstory. I'm 31, she's 27. We've been married for 5 years and together for 8 years. I still love my STB ex-wife very much. She started talking about wanting a separation or space apart during the summer of 2018. This was a reasonable request, and I'll tell you why. We have been in nursing school working towards getting our bachelor's degrees together since 2016. We have lived in a studio apartment together since 2012. Basically, we were together 24/7, doing everything together nearly all the time. There were some exceptions to this. One of us would go do our own thing, but that was very few and far between. In any case, the first time that she brought up needing space, we talked about it, and her only option to stay somewhere else was her parents' house. She does not feel comfortable there and didn't like that idea. Next, we talked about marriage counseling. We found out that marriage counseling is really expensive and is way out of our student budget. She told me some of the issues between us that were bothering her back then. We had little discussions about disagreements too often. Both of us would get hung up on the small things. She said that I was controlling and gave me 3 examples. I told her when she could and could not buy things. She always felt like she needed my permission. The second was that I pushed her too often to go to the gym and eat well. The third was that she felt like I spoke to her like her father, telling her what to do. Well, the first 2 I had trouble with because she always wanted me to control our finances and budget. I had to budget our money so that we would have enough to get us through school from 2016 to 2019 summer. As far as the gym thing, she asked me specifically to push her and motivate her to be healthier. When I asked her about these 2 points, she said that I did too much. Now, talking to her like her father, well, I am guilty of that. I thought that I knew better and did not allow her enough autonomy. I wasn't crazy about telling her what to do, but I can see that I did it often enough to cause issues. Being together and doing literally everything together is really tough. The marriage. We were very happy. She told me and everyone else that she loved me more than anything, that she was happy, and she told people about our plans for the future. She would draw happy pictures of us doing things in the present and future. Our sex life was great. She told me that I gave her the best sex she has ever experienced. Other people often called our relationship their goals. Strangers would pay our bill at bars and restaurants. This has happened 3 times. Together, we worked as a team to go from poor backgrounds to getting our lives together. We motivated each other to be better. We both graduate from nursing school in May 2019. Once we graduate, we will have much more time apart, aka space. We will have separate experiences to talk about instead of shared experiences. We will have plenty of money to go out and do the things we enjoy and have been lacking. We won't be so burdened with stress from school, financial issues, and being together all the time. We would regain our individuality. The near present. The real trouble started at the end of December 2018. She has been trying to make new close friends, but her attempts were not successful. She doesn't talk to her old friends due to burned bridges and issues. She asked me if she could reach out to her abusive ex-boyfriend. Reasons included were that they had a good friendship before they dated, and he was the only person from her past that was willing to be friends with her. Naturally, I said no, that's a bad idea. She did it anyway, telling me that I have to let her make her own decisions. That reconnection of a friendship quickly turned into an emotional affair. I felt something was off immediately, and we fought about her ending this thing with him. Well, 3 weeks later, near the end of January, she told me that she was separating and moving in with her parents to give us space. She said that she had fallen out of love with me and that she wanted to figure herself out. I was devastated. She left that same day with a lot of her clothes. Her parents reached out to me and we talked. It turned out that she moved in with her abusive ex that day and didn't talk to her parents until the next day. She also lied to them and told us that she separated with me but nothing else. I spoke with my STB ex a few days after she left to get the truth out of her. She told me that she moved in with him, slept with him, and that we were over for good. I moved out of my apartment to stay with family. I have a lot of support from my friends and family. All of her family also supports me, and they're not happy with her to the point of cutting her out. Her past relationship with this abusive ex-boyfriend has caused her emotional and physical trauma, once leading to a hospital visit. The present. We spoke again after 18 days. She told me that she left because we don't have a spark anymore, and she can't see me in her future. She told me that our relationship was perfect on paper and that I treated her very well, but she now says she was not in love with me for 2 whole years. Well, she showed me and everyone we know otherwise. Then she told me that this whole breakup is her fault, and that she deserves whatever bad things are coming to her. She has told our mutual friends that she feels lonely because none of her or our friends and family are supporting her. I think it's obvious why no one is supporting her. She cheated on her loving husband and left for her abusive ex. She says she didn't cheat on me. She has it in her mind that because she says she wants a separation and then slept with him on the same day and moved in with him, makes it not cheating. You tell me. She says she loves him and is happy. The future. I'm experiencing PTSD, anxiety, and panic attacks. I trusted her and gave her my entire heart. I wish that we could have worked these issues out earlier if she had just told me what they were and how serious they were. I wish we could fix it now, but I know that it isn't possible. We were so close to accomplishing our goal of getting a degree together and having a great life. Now I have to see her at school and feel heartbroken all over again each time I see her. Adding to the sadness for me is that she was my best friend. Right now, I think that is what I miss the most. Thanks for reading my story. I wrote it as well as I could given the circumstances. If you have any advice for me, please help. Update. Some new information about my WS has come my way that has solidified my decision to move on. The news does hurt my heart, but it is nice at the same time because I can see that there's nothing that I want from my WS any longer. It turns out that the WS has been in love with her abusive ex-boyfriend for 3 years. She does not understand love, but instead mistakes infatuation for love. Additionally, she's been dating her abusive ex-boyfriend AP for at least 1 month longer than she told me. The final blow, however, came for this. She said that since about 3 years ago, WS has looked at me as a way to get her to where she wants to be in life. Such as a stepping stone on a path. Talk about being played. The gaslighting is all too real. There are other details straight out of the cheater script. I brainwashed her and made her behave not as herself. I caused her to be antisocial. I was controlling. The list goes on, and it's almost 100% untrue. It's truly astonishing how closely the cheaters all generally follow the same script. Oh yeah, she also said that I never wanted kids and that I would have been a terrible father. Truth is, I like kids, wanted them, and everyone tells me how great of a father that I would be, including WS. In any case, thank God I had none with her. She has voiced that she understands that she gave up everything she has to be with this abusive boyfriend. She has complained about being lonely due to having zero support from any of her friends and family. She's started drinking a lot of alcohol and smoking cigarettes and whatever else. She looks and acts so differently. Her physical appearance is deteriorating. The karma train has begun for her too. She likely won't be able to graduate college this May as planned because it turns out she's 1 unit short on a required GE art course. Anyhow, I can now clearly see that she really never was who I thought she was. Next time, I will listen to my family when they tell me that the woman I am with may not be all that. So, she got served yesterday. All I got so far was 1 missed call from her. OP, I'm really glad you've decided to let your STBXW go. She sounds very immature. First, she has no old friends due to burned bridges. That's maybe not a red flag, but a definite yellow. Second, she calls you controlling, then goes back to an abusive ex-boyfriend. How does that make sense? In my opinion, she has a problem. Granted, your behavior didn't help, but it certainly didn't cause the problem either. Whether or not she was having an affair before she moved out is almost irrelevant. Anyone who willingly goes back to an abusive relationship is either lying or a complete fool. In any case, you can do better. Let her go and enjoy her abusive boyfriend. I know you're hurting, but she's simply not worth it. I hope you find someone better. Good luck, OP.